I have no Wi-Fi in my place, and I'm bored as fuck. So I've decided to go ahead and show off my Horus Magistus deck list that I've been playing for a little bit. Um, so what is important to know is, of course, while I am running Magistus cards, I have 7 in the main deck. And then let's see, 5 in the extra deck, and then 1 in my side, obviously. This is more of a combo variant of like Horus, I guess, because I use the Horus cards to give me repeatable value on new turns. Use it to with Zombie Vampire to get into my Magistus combo pieces. So it's more of a Horus deck than a Magistus deck, but this is a strong way to play Magistus in the current format until we get new support, hopefully from the manga. So going by the card by card, 3 Amnesty, obviously we need our Gold Star Searcher, very good card. We have a lot of cards that we don't mind discarding, like any of the level 4 spellcasters. You can have Zor in hand, you can just revive them. Witch of the Black Forest is crazy if you draw it and you draw this and you have access to Zor. This is literally just plus affinity or whatever. Like, you know what I mean. It's a joke, but Searching, Veiler, or Droll is really strong. Anyway, the discard really doesn't matter in this deck because we have a lot of cards that we don't mind in the grave and a lot of cards that we can cycle through. So yeah. Float Release, because we have a small Dogmatika package. So it gives me a negate on my opponent's turn whenever I have Nadir or Ecclesia. Happy for the Horus, Maximus to send 2 cards from my extra deck. Sometimes I also use it just as an extender because the extra deck lock is only if you send with it, but you can still banish a special summon it. So this is a really good spellcaster, just like for an extra body to get to OTK lines. Or if I need to use it, I can use it to get a draw, send Grand Granole, which could maybe spend special summon to spin Luluwath, or I special summon Ecclesia from deck on my opponent's turn if they special summon, or I send Luluwath and Garura to draw and special summon Cartesia or Ecclesia. So it's a really good card, and I like it more than Nadir because it plays around Droll and Lockbird. With Nadir, if you get Drolled early in the combo, you won't be able to send anything, and it's kind of dead in the hand. While Maximus, you can send something random. You won't send Garura, obviously, but you can send Luluwath or Grand Granole, or probably actually you would just send both of them, where Luluwath in the end phase will special summon out Cartesia, and hopefully Cartesia can special summon Iwas on your opponent's turn with like a Magistus hand. And then you'll end up going also Grand Granole to special summon out Ecclesia from deck. Let's make sure, yeah. Which all gets you literally. So even through Droll, this is a really good card. The last Horus, I want 3 of them because 4 it can end up breaking, even though you have Endymion to cycle, you have discard outlets. It's like 4, in my opinion, is a little bricky. You need at least 2 because you're gonna be making Zombie Vampire a lot of the time, and you want to get 3 because if Zombie Vampire gets stopped, you can make still SB Little Knight. There's a lot of reasons. Just trust me, run 3, or if you want to, of course, test your own version of the list, see what works for you. 3 Fenrir. I've been told that people don't like Fenrir in this format. I have been loving it because one of the biggest things is if I don't open up one of my many hand traps, I require a way to break boards, and Fenrir does that. Like, it at least outs some negation, right? If you have like a Baron, a Savage, I don't know, like an Imperm, this usually deals with one of them by itself, and then you can hope that you can draw enough engine to break through the other stuff. So yeah, 3 Fenrir. 1 Nefarious Archfiend. Because it's a brick in deck. Again, you can cycle it with Endymion, but it special summons itself from deck by sending a Earth monster and a spellcaster, and special summons 1 from graveyard. So what you end up doing is you end up using Crowley or level 4 Charmer Extender. I'm not going to attempt to say that name to special summon out this guy. This guy revives one of the 2. You then make IP and you get possessed partnerships. So on your opponent's turn, if you have a way to 1500 defense monster, because this requires a 1500 defense monster, you special summon out it from the graveyard, get a pop, IP into SP, get a pop, and then get a double banish, or not pop, banish, and then get a double banish with SP, which is, for the price of a small combo, which, we normally can get to with, like, Endymion plus one monster, or, like, even better, Zora plus a spellcaster. We get 3 interruptions. It's like 2.5 because, the cards come back up on SP, but it's still there. It's really good. Then finishing Cartesia, make Iowas on your opponent's turn, smile. I don't know. It's it's good because, another interruption that we can consistently get back to our hand to discard on the future turns is really good. Even if you draw in your opener, if you can send it to the graveyard somehow, you can still revive it off possessed partnerships. So you basically almost always can get to Cartesia depending on if you open it or if you open a Deer or Maximus. It's a very important part of the deck. I have tried out Quem. Quem doesn't feel bad. It feels really good for the follow-up, but it requires you running another brick in the deck, and I try to streamline the deck that we only need important cards in it. Only cards that do not end up breaking our hands. Or as little as possible, right? So, obviously we don't have good cards in here, lol. But it is what it is, right? Ecclesia, everyone knows what Ecclesia does. Dogmatika is super good with Magistus, so gotta run it. I love it. Cool. Little 4 Charm Extender, special summon itself out. Basically, waste the Black Forest, searches this guy out if I need to, rushes out a hand trap. So what you do with Witch is you notice on Witch, send it to make Artemis. Witch effect is search with this guy. Then you can special summon it, bring this guy out, and then special summon out Witch again, and then make probably SP because you'll get access to the trap. You don't have a 1500 defense monster though, so you can't really make SP on an opponent's turn. But it is good in a pinch, right? It makes you have a League 2 just cause. You can also make Dark if you want to. Okay. So, moving on, Zora plus Endymion. If you're watching this, you know what the Magistus do. But if you don't know, Zora is a 1500 defense monster. So, that's one of the 5 I have. Or 3 of the 5 I have. So, it can switch off that. It also attaches itself and revives a spellcaster from the graveyard or special summons from my hand. Which can help make our, our synchros right here. Most time you make Savage because Zora is easy to out in this current format, and let me be honest, this card is not great until we get more protection for it or a better, stronger effect for the equips. I don't know. It's okay. You can defeat some rogue decks with just Zora alone, but just an imperm can out this card. It's funny as hell. Anyway, yeah, usually attaches Ninaruru or Artemis to deal with back row or to search out Crowley. Endymion does the same thing, attaches a Magistus to either search a card or pop a back row. You almost never pick Iowas unless you need to go for the kill or you need it to specifically get these guys online, like Zora online. But yeah, and also cycles a brick, so it basically can be a pseudo draw 1 if you put back a brick. For most cases, you'll end up just using it as free souls fodder because these are all considered spells, the ones that they equip. So you can get to interesting places where you draw a couple free cards just because souls is actually really good. Which I mentioned before. Then we go into hand traps. Ash, gotta have Ash. It's one of the most iconic hand traps of the format. Even though it kind of eats dust to Snake Eyes, it's still pretty okay. I don't know. That's basically it. Droll, because Droll is okay. It's also a spellcaster to send off Crowley, which it is what it is. I don't really want to explain the hand traps because you can use whatever you want. But Droll can beat if your opponent is playing Voiceless Voice, they start off with pre-prep. You can Droll them and then they can't use your spell card, or I don't think they can use Saphira. I think maybe Saphira can still send. I have to read the card. but it is, yeah, it's really good. Valor, target negation. Target negation is actually really good right now because it stops both effects for Snake Eye cards. So that's why you see people running Ghost Mourner. I think it's Ghost Mourner. Like a spell. Yeah, Ghost Mourner. Because target negation is really good to beat both effects on Snake Eye Ash, Snake Eye Oak. Magician's Souls. So there's actually a small combo of this deck actually, where Magician's Souls can send Horus, or sends Maximus, and Niru can add it back. So a lot of times you'll see that you'll normally, if you have Endymion and Souls at hand, you can normally summon Endymion, attach Artemis. Artemis effect grab Crowley, special summon Souls by sending Horus, draw one by sending Artemis. Now you have Crowley and a random draw in hand. You send Souls with Crowley, XE summon to Niru. Niru effect to add back the Horus from the graveyard. And now you have the discard for Horus and the Horus at hand. So you can send it, draw one, grab King Sark, and make your Zombie Vampire and go into whatever combo you end up getting lucky into. You know, we love, sorry to hear the cost, by the way. My bad. But I am not doing anything illegal. This is Baltimore. So I love this place. So yeah, Souls are really good in the deck. Nadir, you know, Dogmatika Engine, Call by the Grave, really strong one-off. If you draw it, can beat cards that hit our important cards. Like people save Ash for MST once they realize you're on a Horus. So it can call by Ash. I mean, if you draw a call by against Snake Eye, you just call by one of the cards that like Snake Eye Ash sends itself. You can call by it if you go first. It's a good card. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it well other than it's a really good card. King Sark, you know, for the Horus package, Imperm, target negation, and Possess Partnerships for that combo that I was saying with IP and Possess Partnerships. Okay, I don't know how MDT does this, but moving on to the extra deck. Grand Granule, good card. It basically just sends Guru if you special summon it. Most cases, you're not going to be actually special summoning it. You'll be sending it to the graveyard to get into another engine, or you will special summon it to just draw. But it is like it depends on when you open it. But you do need one in the extra deck just because it's a good send. Iwas because we have Cartesia to special summon Iwas by using one of my Magistus monsters. Or so for the example of your Cartesia plus Soaring Grave plus Possess Partnerships, you can pop a card to make Iwas 2 interruptions right there. Gurura, you know, just draw a card. Good card if you need to draw into something to out of board. So like a lot of times I do Nadir, send Gurura, Gurura draws a card. Luluwalth, it's a pseudo negate because if your opponent like XE summons, you can negate a card on the field. Honestly, maybe this came up once in like 100 games, but what it comes up is you can special one like Spellcaster from your hand or deck whose attack equals his own defense. You know, boom, right there, the best 2. Savage, usually you attach Artemis to get a 1 negate to beat like, sometimes you can make this early to beat like Nibiru or like an Ash on the opponent cards. Actually, it comes up quite a bit because you can open up Zora plus, you know, MSD plus a level 4 spellcaster plus 1 unknown, and that will get you to Savage, so you can beat Nibiru. Zora, it can come up where you need to make this guy to be a certain matchup. I gotta have it in the Magistus list, obviously, because, you know, it's our current boss monster. The special summon to revive comes up also. It's like 2 bodies in 1. I wish it was half as good as Shenshin, because Shenshin came out like a couple months before this, but you know, it is what it is. Cool. Eventually this card might be actually really good depending on the sport, but right now, like, every Magistus player knows this card is good in paper, bad in, good in theory, bad in person. Zombie Vampire to send 4 from your opponent and from yourself, so you can see what your opponent's playing, and also you can go ahead and get to other parts of the deck. A lot of times you really don't mind what you mill. Like if you mill maybe the trap, maybe you mill this guy, you're like, whatever, I'm gonna pivot to another end board where you still can end on the IP plus like a Zora, so that it's like extra deck lock until they negate it or deal with it, and then you can use it to make SP to add an important card. There's not really a card here that you really care about milling overly too much. I don't think so. Yeah, there's not really a card unless you mill all freaking 4 King Sark or all 3 King Sarks. Even though you're gonna have one on the field, obviously, because you made Zombie Vampire. Ninjaru for that interaction, and also for this spell trap effect. This is one of the decks that actually uses Ninjaru to its full extent, because a lot of Magistus decks don't actually go ahead and make her. They just end up just using her for the pop. But the second effect on this is actually really important. And then, we don't really. I don't think I've ever actually used this effect of the card where you can attack 2 monsters, but it is there. Access code OTK lines. Honestly, I don't really make access code these days unless I need to push through a board or pop important cards. Usually you'll end up killing them because you'll have the Horus. The Horus cards by themselves is 8,400 damage, I believe. I'll have to do math with it. 36 plus 24 is 9k damage. So yeah, access code is there to pop certain cards and get to the OTK. Selene revives, Zora to make a savage, or revives anything to make access code. Dark because, easy Selene access, right? I don't know. Like, Dark is good because there's a lot of cards you can search when it gets destroyed. You have your Magistus Souls, you have, let me see, 1500 defense. You have Witch, you have Crowley, which comes up. Like, you can search one of these for next turn. So it's good. It's a good card. It also revives again opponent's card to make Selene. I don't really know why I'm explaining this card. Everyone knows what Dark does, but SP don't want to. I mean, the card's a must for all extra decks, basically, right? It's targeted banish, and then a quick effect: target 1 on your field, target 1 on your opponent's field, or target 2 monsters that on your field, banish them. IP to make SP, or IP to make like. Selene that's undestroyable, access code that's undestroyable. It is what it is. I say undestroyable, but cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So actually, it is. Artemis, for the Magistus deck. Anyway, I am going on and on. All of that to say, 3 Nibiru, the Bestial package, really good in this current format. His deck's like branded. His deck's like a Voiceless Voice. Because with Voiceless Voice, they end up sending low to the graveyard. And you just Bestial that card low, and they end up not having access to the negate or to the trap because they want to make the Link to Ritual a support card. Okay. One Varam, it really doesn't come up. I have tried to make it I have started it in before because there are decks that are stun decks. And if I can special Varam and get it destroyed, I can destroy all their stun cards. So it also, if I know I'm playing a secret deck that really doesn't play effects that can out Zora, like attaching Varam to protect Zora and also lock out Synchros can be really good. A Lightning Storm to go second, I don't know. I really don't ever draw this card when I side it in, but you really need back row hate because there is small back row hate like Tsuninaruru, but you won't always see it, and also it's only 1 versus like an entire back row or entire monsters, or just like out 1 interruption by like getting a negate on it. Secret Village, locking out spell cards is really good, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Spell cards are really a good part of the deck, or of any deck. I say any deck, almost any deck. My bad. You have protection for it as well. Like if your opponent's spelling is Black Witch and they play Snake Eyes, what you do is you just try to open up this plus way to possess partnerships. You pop their witch. Now they still can't use spells. Have fun, smile. Evenly matched because breaking boards. Let's go. Okay, so that's the deck list. I could really just have you guys watch it or look at it, but I went card by card. Alright, I'm gonna go see some of my matches. So I don't remember what this guy was playing. Obviously the name is blocked. You can see, obviously, my hand wasn't great, but I can still play through it, especially if my opponent doesn't have anything. So here's where let me actually just comment on something. So here's where I didn't send Amnesty, because Amnesty is a 3 of my deck, and if I can mill Amnesty off Zombie Vampire, I save a card in hand, which is really good. I think I switched something to fairness, but so I would really like to, if I open up King's Arc and not Amnesty, I like to send the other two and hope to get Amnesty by mill it with Zombie Vampire. That's not my logic. Oh yeah, this is True Draco. I'm just going to show all 3 games. I think actually this ended up only being 2 games. Yeah. Yeah, that was just me baiting the interruption. One of the biggest things in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is try to logic out your plays, right? Oh yeah, this guy floodgated me, right? I was going to Nidoru pop that, but we're just going to play a slow game. This is to get more damage on the board. Also to revive Amnesty, because Amnesty sticked around from last turn. Oh yeah, I think he taught that diagram. Okay, I'll just let the replay speak for itself. I was hoping I was going to show you one of the better matchups. I didn't know which one this was when I clicked it. I just know that it was from the last 2 days. Oh yeah, and he outed his own rivalry, which is like a huge mistake. Yeah, and I completely forgot that this had a protection effect. But it's once per turn, right? So I still get game, right? Let's see, it was showing 1, 2, 3, 4, so it should be this one. Oh yeah. Hand's crazy. This hand is absolutely bonkers. I misplayed there. I should have used Imperm to negate instead of saying Ash. But since I did, I'm just gonna live with my mistakes. Like, I think I got punished right away too. Yeah, right here. Yeah. He had Card Demise in hand, and I freaking got punished. I end up winning this, I think. Hell yeah. This card would have halved my monster's attack, and I just wanted to out his board and leave him with no real follow up yet. Like, his cards need to tribute another one, so just knew that he wouldn't be able to play through that. So let's go into this one. Oh yeah, Marincess. Marincess is actually a really easy deck to beat, sadly. Just because if we end up making Zora, they don't really have a good way to out Zora. And we have like we have pops, we have hand traps. Okay, this is game 2. I won game 1. Is this game 2? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is game 2. Because he didn't have talents game 1. Yeah, this is game 2. I won game 1, which wasn't really anything too spectacular. Here's where I misplayed. I actually forgot this can only negate the effects of cards. I thought it was, effects of spell cards. So I was doing all this trying to bait out the, yeah, like I literally wasted Fleur here. Because I was trying to bait it out before I went to the Horus stuff. But, no one said I was smart. They just said I look cute. So, this is still good though. Easy OTK lines. Just because, you draw. Let's see. I guess none of these really have the Nidoru line. I'll just show like a lot of my replays from today. I wasn't really grinding for the video. I just have no internet in my place, and I've been meaning to show off a video of my Magistus build because, like, the Magistus builds that are currently out there aren't really great, and they don't really have the right mindset for Magistus. You're trying to play this control variant of the deck when we have a combo variant that works well. Like, for example, one of the biggest things about the Horus stuff, other than the fact that it gets you the other engines, is this guy's a spellcaster, which works well with Crowley. Oh yeah, this is his voice. Oh, I sacked the fudge out of this guy in game 2. Oh, I added this to hand because I didn't want to lose to like a Bestial or something. Like, I wanted to have the negate no matter what. Yep, that's game 1. I think I just finished game 2 with this guy. This is not it. I'm gonna just... Yeah, this... Troll goes crazy, called by the Grave goes even crazier. But you know what goes even crazier? A Bestial. Hello, let's go. I forgot Pendulograph. You know, this is why you read cards. I read the card the first time that he searched it. I should know what it does because I do pay attention to DB Grinder, and he you know, covers his deck a lot. But I literally was like, wait, this is a spell card. This gets negated by Pendulograph after I did the effect. I should have started with it also only negates. It doesn't destroy. So I should have just started with King Sark and just outed, so I could just out Summon Limit. But I think Summon Limit ends up hurting him. Like, I specifically noticed that since he wanted to grab Suarvis or whatever, the old man, that guy, I could play very greedily, and he can't really do anything about it. I was really hoping he was gonna attack one of this, and I'll just send Suarvis to out it easy. Here's where I just kill him. Yeah, it's crazy that for every turn that you have King Sark on the field, you get to revive 3 more bodies. It's really strong for that. Let's do this replay. This should have been relatively recently. Oh, this is done, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to get some damage started, especially with normal summons a card, because I can just imperm. Oh, sorry, did I say stun? I meant Metaphys, right? This guy plays Metaphys on ladder, on a comp. I could have made SB here, but the thing is, I really don't want this guy to get banished. Especially since I have this guy, Maximus in hand. Oh yeah. And there's OTK. Let's go, boys. I say OTK, he already was low, but you know what I mean? Like, this is where I just go crazy. Make sure to count how many spells there are in the grave before you do anything. Before you mix the lean, guys, because it comes up. These are conservative spells again, so if you can keep them just on board, it would be pretty helpful for you. I want to see one of the lab matches I played. I played against lab recently. Let's see. No. I think this was against lab actually. You can see, yeah, I don't send Misty because. Oh yeah, I was trying to play around Nibiru. I'd rather have, yeah, I think this was game 2, and I knew that they were on lab, and I don't know if lab normally sides in Nibiru, but I wanted to keep these guys up because they're gonna try to pop my cards. These guys just say, "Wow, you popped my cards, nice value." I don't think I killed it this turn because I think they had Nibiru too, actually. Yeah, but I play in a way that I can. they only run the one lovely. It's like their main card. I played it in a way that I could still special summon out all my amnesty cards. Yep. Oh, yeah, ogre effects are actually really good against this deck. It's actually kind of annoying. Oh yeah, their hand was crazy too. I forgot about it. Just out the board. I should have kept the beer on the board because I actually forgot about Big Welcome. I think I said it in chat. I was like, fudge. You Big Welcome. It's a really good card. And I can't use the imperm because it was set off of Lady Lab. Got pretty lucky milling it, TH. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this one I just saw. I have some other ones. This is an old one against Fire King, like just pure Fire King. Back when, oh, I guess this is Fire King Ash, or Fire King. Yeah. Well, that's not a good showing. They literally just drew no follow up. Just make. Why did I even make that? Oh, you can make Savage. Oh yeah, they bricked. Okay, this is a really bad. Yeah, I'm not showing this match. That's a really bad showing. I don't even know why I saved it. Oh, this same game. No, this is different game. This is game 3. I think lost game 1. You know, evenly against the trap decks, guys. Goes crazy. Especially if they don't have judgment. I remember here in the end phase, I was thinking about magnamuting his lovely because I could search Jerusalem and get the other one, but I really wanted to go and use evenly beforehand. And I knew that if he had Big Welcome to Special from the Grave, I could just do evenly Chainlink 1, lovely Chainlink 2. He ends up using it before I get to using one, but it's whatever. And this hand is crazy, right? So. Oh no, it's Rumor Cannon. Oh no. It's almost like I don't get a full combo still. Oh yeah, I just played the safe. I didn't want to go into and mill them more lab cards. I forgot this was on his defense. I mean, he had nothing, right? I have all this back, coming back to the next turn. I have the Horus engine. He only has Big Welcome. Like, little he can do there. I don't know. This should be. Oh, this is halfway through the game. That's not great. Oh my gosh, the amount of people that play Cash on Omega Ladder is actually annoying. I also wish when we save replays, it saved all 3 games and not just. Because you can't really save the other replays, game 1 and game 2 in comp. They just put you into siding. It's annoying, but. Oh yeah, this Fenrir goes crazy. I wanted to. I was hoping they would do that. They would banish my Fenrir. I don't know why. Oh, well, I knew I wasn't really going to play a lot this turn. Oh, yeah. This is a giant misplay. Literally making this guy was such a bad misplay. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, always rewarded, guys. Always rewarded. Never punished. Why do you scoop? I can't attack directly. I guess, you know, we never said these were good players, by the way. But, alright. Saw this one? Yeah. Wait. No, wait. I mean, this is a Castillo player, right? Starts with planet. Yeah. Remember this one. Just out to my card. If you have literally locked himself out of special summon, he should have special summoned one if he had it in hand. Then bring out Veneer. But they're good. They just say they're fun. I don't think I had access to a real OTK line. I was just trying to. Yeah, like, I don't know why I made Selena. I should have just kept the dark. I mean, this is still a game on board, but I literally just made it a Selena for no freaking reason. Let's see. Great, it's in the middle of the game. Oh, okay. Well, that's basically the deck. It shows. I hope the replays kind of show some of the strengths of. Holy crap! Strengths of the deck. I hope it's interesting to you guys at least. So yeah, I'm currently like 10-0 on Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega Ladder on the competitive. I am only plat though because I don't really grind Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega. I play other games, but it's not terrible. Also, can't really go online to show. But I think I like 900 rating. I've played this last format, and I got to the highest one. I don't remember what it was, like the highest rating with this deck. But last format was Fire King, and if you just like, you know, popped Fire King Island when they didn't have access to Sanctuary, or you like Fire King was a very good deck, but it was very beatable at the same time. I haven't really played a lot against Fire King Snake Eyes. I play against a lot of Voices. Voices is a fine matchup. We can win that. I'm playing against a lot of Branded. Branded probably is fine as long as you draw Pistol or Ash, I say. But there's also combo lines to beat Ash now. Anyway, the deck is pretty good. It's strong enough to beat current meta contenders. It's basically hard carried by Horus. Magistus has these small Q interactions that allow the Horus effects to really pop off, but it's not exactly like a lot of the people that have tried this deck just know for a fact that it's not really a Magistus pure deck. Then again, it runs almost as much Magistus cards as worth running because if you guys haven't read the Magistus spells and traps, these are garbage. And it really then it has no effect, so you run the good ones, good, in quotations. And then all I'm missing, technically speaking, is really on it, especially now with Zora, to make Secret Zora. So actually, I'm running basically the good cards of Magistus deck. So, you know what, this is a Magistus deck, I don't care. Try it out! If you're interested in Magistus and want to play it in a relatively competitive format, or a relatively competitive style, then try it out. The deck requires some understanding of the format and understands how to beat certain decks. It might not necessarily, if you're the same level of like competitive level as someone else, they might still beat you with their version, their own decks. With the top meta decks, there's a reason why this deck isn't meta. It's not even rogue. Then again, I've never seen anyone really do the deck like this, where it's the Horus plus Dogmatika. So, you know what? Maybe it'll be playable. Maybe this can do stuff in some tournaments. You want to have fun in locals? Try this out. Alright, awesome. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry I talked for 40 minutes. That was very long. Bye-bye.